We are starting lesson 9. I say this every week, but I can't believe we've already gotten into 9 weeks of this course, or our ninth week. We will be talking, I'm on my content page, and lesson 9 is all about self-reliance. When I first think of self-reliance, I always thought mostly of food storage and making sure that I was self-reliant when it came to an emergency, but that is one piece, but there's lots of different ways to be self-reliant. Um, if you just one, I've shown this before, but if you go to getting started in any lesson folder, there is a preview link. And I like it because it just does a quick overview of the outcomes, so understand the full meaning of becoming self-reliant and apply those principles. And then reading rate, the speed that you read at, is our study skill. And I think I like this quote by Julie Beck. We become self-reliant through obtaining sufficient knowledge, and I like that first one because that's what you're all doing right now, is you are striving to obtain more knowledge by going to school. And education, and I know that knowledge can come in more than just a school setting. Our life experiences give us knowledge, but I like that second one. It's specific to education and literacy. We become self-reliant by managing money and resources. So how we manage our money is a good one to remember. Being spiritually strong. So our spiritual self-reliance is important. And then preparing for emergencies and eventualities. And that's the one that I always think of. Then having physical health and good social and emotional well-being is an aspect of self-reliance. Another thing to look at is that here's the pre-gathering. Here are all the assignments that you have due by Wednesday at 11 o'clock. One thing to remember, sorry, as you look at the discussion board, I have some people say, well, how do I get that done Wednesday night when a lot of people don't post until Wednesday night? Your initial post is due Wednesday night, but then you have until Saturday night to respond. And then just start your listening and speaking log. That one, it requires 5 days of activities. So you can't turn that one in until Friday at the earliest. So that means you did an activity on Monday, Tuesday, my fingers, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and then you were ready to turn it in. Maybe you missed a day, and so you're going to do one of the activities on Saturday and submit it Saturday. But you at least start it for sure before. You have to start it at the beginning of the week, or you won't have 5 days to get it done in time. I'm going to go over in the post-gathering the application activity. This one's always a little more complex. So it talks about those 6 areas of self-reliance, and they are right here: spiritual, education, health, employment, and a lot of you are working towards that right now, and that's wonderful. Home, food storage, and finances. Choose one of those 6 areas that you want to improve. So if you're really good at most of those, but there's one that you could work on, pick that one. I'm not saying I'm good at all of them at all, but one that I probably have the most, I would say either spiritual strength. I am always striving to have more self-reliance there with my testimony. But home food storage, maybe that's one that I think, okay, that is an area I want to be better with. So set a SMART goal, and then it reminds you of what SMART means, and then you work on your goals. So if mine is to have developed 72-hour kits for my family, I would want to turn that into a SMART goal, and so that I can work on for the next week, that I'll report at the end of lesson 10. So maybe it says I will spend Tuesday and Thursday afternoons putting together a 72-hour kit that my family can use in future needs. So I was specific. I'm going to put together 72-hour kits. I can measure because I'll look and see if I have the creation, if I have the 72-hour kits. It is attainable. I can meet that goal. It's not too difficult or impossible. It's realistic and it's a necessary one. And time bound, I said I was going to do it Tuesday and Thursday. So you could even say by the end of next week, I will have the 72-hour kits for my kids prepared by working on it 1 hour a day. Whatever your SMART goal is, write it out. Then this next part can be confusing, so listen up. You pretend like you are your future self. So say me in 10 years, and I'm writing a letter to as your future self, writing a letter to me right now, to my current self. So I'm 33, so 43-year-old me is writing a letter to 33-year-old me. And it needs to have 4 to 6 sentences. If it does not have at least 4 sentences, you can't get full points. And so you're trying to give encouragement and counsel on how you become self-reliant. And maybe for me it was in food storage. I can fix mine. So I download the template and type into there, and I'll go ahead. And I want you to notice, and I will have my face so that you can see. Okay, as we look at this, as you write the letter, and it says here, counsel on how to become self-reliant in the area you chose. So you had already chosen an area. Type your answers to your future self in the space. So here is where I'm going to write my letter. And then I need to make sure that my letter includes things that I like here, how to become self-reliant. So maybe I say, make sure that you're doing a little bit every month. And that's how I was able to finally hit a point where I felt that my food storage was in a place that could provide for me in case of emergency. So you write a letter, keep trying, don't give up. Another suggestion I have is to every year analyze where you're at and add more to your food storage. Whatever my letter is, it's just me giving advice on how I'll get to where I want to be with food storage. Then you write here, remember, 2 to 3 sentences. I need at least 2 when it says that. So it says, what area did you choose? Mine was food storage. You set a SMART goal. Record the specifics. What were the specifics of that SMART goal? How am I going to measure it? Okay. How do you know it's attainable? It's not too high or not too low. How does it fit into your priorities? Well, that's something I value very greatly. We've been counseled by our leaders. So you answer that question. And how you ensure that you invest the time to achieve your goal. So how are you going to break up your time? Are you going to do a little each day? Or are you going to pick 3 days to work on it? So you answer your questions tied to your goal there. Okay, I hope that was helpful. And this week, as you work on building your self-reliance, remember that it's in those 5 categories. It's not just, and it's actually 6 categories, I'm sorry. It's in the 6 categories. It's not just when it comes to food storage. If we're self-reliant, then we're in a place where we're able to help others, whether it's spiritually or like it has here, employment, health. So that's why I know that Heavenly Father wants us to be self-reliant. And let me know if you have any questions, and go ahead and watch my video below for my English tip. Bye!